Hello everybody, Merry Christmas. Today is Sunday, December 26th. So those of you in Europe, happy second day of Christmas. And for those of us here, happy day after Christmas. So it's been a few days since I've been able to get to my Defember project. And I know that Louisa and Barbara have finished, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going for this week. I have the week off. So I should be able to get, I'm hoping, at least one a day. And so this is where I left off. This was a sparkle paper, sparkle book page bird pocket. And so what I'm going to do today, I'm pretty sure is going to be my wings label and no, that wasn't it. Frost flower number or sentiment. So I was just, and I want to make it so that it will slide into this pocket now. So that's my current goal. This has become such a chunky journal. I'm so happy with how this has come around. Very happy I made a December daily to last 2 years. It was not my original plan, but it's worked out. And I can flip through and see stuff from last year. But in any case, so what I was just doing was I was doing some playing with my die cut machine, and I had some tracing paper, and I embossed this tracing paper with this embossing folder. It's a Darice embossing folder. I no longer have any packaging for it. All I have is this, and that it says Darice, but I'm sure I got it on Amazon. And so I embossed it and I moved it down and I embossed it a second time. And then I used this Tim Holtz. Do I have the packaging for this? Hold on. I think I just threw it away. Nope. No. I no longer have the packaging since I dived through the trash. But this is like a giant, one of his newer giant die cuts. And so I used this to die cut this butterfly out of the embossed tracing paper. And this is what I wound up with. So you can see in person anyway, some vague remnants of the snowflakes that were embossed on the tracing paper. And so this is my thought of what a frost butterfly would look like. So that is going to count as my wings. I'm just flipping through here to see what my prompt was again. Wings label. So what if we make a field note card with a label and a number and some frost flowers? So I also used my Tim Holtz. And again, I definitely don't have the packaging for these anymore, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, looky there. I do. So I'm actually trying to consolidate everything. So I used both this, which is a Thinlits 663105 die, and I used these, which is also a Sizzix Thinlits, and this is 661599. So I used both of these die cuts. You'd think that this would be bigger than it is by the packaging, but I really did think it was going to be bigger. But you know what? The packaging is actual size, so no fault on them. So this is the large snowflake. That's this one that I haven't poked out. I had made some background watercolor paper earlier in the season, for which there is a tutorial, but I always forget to link them. It's in my list. So that's that one. And then I also did these, and I didn't do all of them because they didn't fit on the paper, but I did it on that same run through. Whoops. And this is how they came out. So I thought these could be my frost flowers. So maybe I will put some frost flowers on here. I might emboss them even. I might emboss them a little. I like the little ones on here. Just to give the idea that this is a frost flower butterfly. So this butterfly is super, super delicate. Like, it feels like it could fall apart at any moment. I'm just saying, I think maybe I will cut some of these and put them on. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is to glue it on. I think I'm gonna have to put like brush glue onto the page and then glue it on. And I also feel like I can't really handle it too much. So I'm just gonna slide it onto there. I don't know, maybe can you see, does that give you a better look at that? I'm happy with how it came out, and I'm not even going to fuss with it to cut things out because it is so, so delicate. Okay, so this is part of that background paper. I used watercolor inks or the watercolor crayons, and I flicked them on, and I also put some sparkle stuff on there a little bit. So I'm going to use some, what do I have? I have matte gel. Use some matte gel to stick that down. And a paintbrush. I'm going to paint on some matte gel, and hopefully I can just slide that butterfly on. I'm only going to have one chance because this is so delicate. It is going to totally fall apart. So if this turns into a total disaster, you won't be seeing this. If you're seeing this, foreshadowing, it must have worked out. Okay, so let's see, moment of truth here. So I hope you all had a good Christmas holiday. Hold on, I'm gonna stop talking for just a second because I want to place this carefully. Okay, so far so good. Yes, so I hope you all had a lovely Christmas or Christmas Eve, whenever it is that you celebrate. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, I hope that you have had an excellent weekend, and that whatever it is, whatever winter thing you do celebrate has been lovely. Because there are a lot of winter celebrations, aren't there? Okay, I'm just gently going to brush this down onto the base because it is going to have to slide in and out of the pocket. So I think I've lost some of that definition. Maybe when it dries, I'll be able to see some of that definition again. I don't mind if, I don't actually, I guess, mind so much if it is lost, because it is just a suggestion of a frost butterfly. They're very rare. They only can be seen during a snowstorm or just after, you know, when everything is very quiet and the snow has just fallen and it gets that kind of twinkly look. There we go. There is our Frost Butterfly. That's going to count for our wings, our winter wings. I might add just a little bit more. That gel, just because it is so delicate. So did you guys get any Christmassy crafty presents? I got some fabric that I'm very excited about that I will be using in the new year. And I got some gelatos, which I'm going to haven't broken them out yet, so I really don't know what they're capable of. I'm just going to use a little bit of my iridescent medium here and see if I can just sparkle it up a little bit. I know I'm going to have to cut that little bit off. It's fine. So see if I can just maybe make the wings pop out just a smidge by lightly going over them with some of this iridescent medium, Loft iridescent medium. I was at Michael's right before Christmas doing some last minute stuff with my daughter, and they had tons of it on the shelf. So if you've been interested in buying it, it is at Michael's, and it was in stock at our Michael's, so I imagine it can't be that different from place to place. Okay. Oh, that's great. I'm happy with that. Okay. So that is our wings. Now we need frost flower, number, and a label. So here are our frost flowers. I really like this one because it's kind of blue. This one came out really delicate because it shifted. And I actually like the way that it came out. It made it look a little bit less regular. So I think maybe I'll cut that in half. And I will do some of, I'm spilling frost flower guts here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so Michael's had stuff. So I don't know, were you guys doing this, I still can't do it. December. I thought I'd gotten better. And did you finish? I don't know if I'm actually going to get to finish. I mean, it's been so enjoyable. I don't know, did you guys get Louisa's secret message? I wound up giving up because I got a couple words that make sense. And then I think I must have like dozed off or something when I was watching or like just wasn't paying attention because I missed some letters and then my sentences started to like make no sense. So I totally gave up. I'm sorry, Louisa, if you see this. It was not your fault at all. I just apparently couldn't pay attention adequately. Yeah, so I'm just poking through some of these. I have the Big Shot, the what's it called? The Big Shot die cutter. Who makes it? The something Big Shot, and it's the heavy duty one. It's not the professional. It's just the Big Shot, and it's usually quite good, but it did not like this watercolor paper, a mixed media paper. I can't remember which. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm going to cut some of these in half and then glue on the halves around the edges. Oh, I should probably cut this off too because it's not all going to fit looks like if I go right there. Yikes. There we go. Save that for another day. And I'm going to cut my frost flowers. I like these being called frost flowers so much better than snowflakes. Good on whoever made that up. I mean, it must be a cultural thing. It must be that some places call them snowflakes and some places call them frost flowers. But I like the frost flower is so much more poetic, I think. We didn't get much. We got a dusting of snow the day before Christmas. And so when we drove up to see family on Christmas Eve, there was a little bit of snow on the ground. And my husband had looked up the weather before we left for driving. And he said the place that he looked at called them, the amount of snow that we got was called mood flakes. Because that was all it was. It was just enough to set the mood. I want this one here. And, oh, you know what? I need to leave a space for a label and a number. So this one should come up. That's not going to work there. This should go here then, and I need to leave a space. I want to leave a space down here for, that works for me. Space for words, Jessica, a label. Okay, before I glue this down, let's look at what we have for labels. Where is it all? I think I have it in, here we go. I have a whole bunch of stuff in here. Some of this is Tim Holtz, some of this is Tracy Fox, some of it is stuff that I've made. Here's a little Tim Holtz field label. That could work. Volps, that's a fox. This is not a fox. Department of Agriculture. Specimen. Here's a teeny tiny specimen. Let's see. I think I need to find a different box for this stuff, because when I started this last year during lockdown, and I was teaching remotely, and while I was staring at the screen, oh, that's kind of good. That has when it was collected. Field, oh, specimen. There's a bigger specimen. When I was staring at the screen, or at myself, because everybody had their screens turned off, and there's some numbers, I was doing some fussy cutting of this stuff, and it was very calming and therapeutic. And I was sticking it in this box, but I think this is got too much now for this box. I like to be able to just like smush around. These are tiny word labels. Imagination, hope. I do not know where I got these from. Action, ambition, goal. These actually might be Barbara, but I don't know, because I've cut them away from whatever stuff they came with. Okay, so field specimen. Those are too big. All right, I think the ones that I have are adequate. See, there are some of the stampy ones that I have made in here as well. All right. Well, that's cute. British Museum specimen collected by the Livingston Expedition. That's so fun. All right. I'm good. Field notebook. I keep saying I'm good, and I keep looking because there might be something better. All right. All right. I actually do have a cigar box with field note stuff in it. I should condense those things. Alrighty, so these all have numbers on them. I think I'm going to do 2. And then this, I think, is distracting. It's pulling the eye towards it rather than this. And these should just be accents. Sorry, I was thinking. Okay. All right, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so let me get my art glitter glue. And I'm going to glue down my, what are they called? Snow flowers? Frost flower. So I've got wings, I've got a label, I've got a number, I've got lots of numbers. And so there we go. This will cover a couple of different, two different prompts with one tag or journaling card. I haven't actually been journaling on any of this stuff. It's kind of more of an art experiment journal kind of thing. I haven't had anything to say, really. The end of the term was very, everybody was exhausted. It's not that anything was that difficult. We did have somebody pull the fire alarm again, which is just so ridiculous. And they always seem to pull it during the block where all the lunches are happening. So it messes up the entire schedule. When they schedule fire drills, they will never schedule them during a lunch block because it just messes everything up so terribly. And so you have to create a unique one-day schedule so that everybody gets to cycle through and eat their lunch. And it just, then you're out there. There's the whole adrenaline of it getting pulled and you don't know why it's getting pulled. At least for fire drill, they do give you a heads up and say, this is going to be happening. Review your procedures with the kids. I have to tell you, the kids just were fabulous. Just everybody just rose to the occasion and did such a good job. I was, we have really good kids. It's just a couple of bad actors that kind of have made this year. It's just cast a pall over the year. Okay. And what else do we have happen? Some fights. Everybody was very tired. So it was really nice. Although we did have some spirit week at the end of the last week of school where we got to come in dressed up as different things. And we had a door decorating contest. And the last day was a half a day. And in order to have everybody cycle through lunchroom again, because you have to feed everybody, 3 of the 4 blocks that we have were a half an hour. And a half an hour on the last day of a half day, when everybody's so exhausted, you're not going to get to do anything. So I had some crafts for the kids, and we actually had a really fun time. And it was cute because I have mostly juniors and seniors right now. And it was really cute because they're all like, oh, it feels like we're in kindergarten again. But they weren't saying it like, oh, it feels like we're in kindergarten again. They were like, oh, yay. It feels like it was fun. It was cute. They were really sweet and appreciative. So that I'm gonna rough this up a little bit. So it looks like, oops, an old specimen card. And then I'm going to ink the edges. And I'll do the same thing with this one. I'm pretty sure both of these are from Tracy Fox at Love Junk Journals. Or is it Fox Creative? I forget which one it is, if the Etsy store has switched over. Okay. Stick that one down there. Stick this one down. And then I think I might go around the whole card with some blue. Some AC blue ink. And then I need some kind of a tab, I think. Just checking to see. Oh, paperclip fabric. Wax tea bag label, lace timetable or calendar, wood packaging. All right, I don't know. Ink. Let me get some pretty. Let's do tumbled glass. I think this has got tumbled glass and peacock, whatever the peacock is, but it's okay. We're gonna go for it. So what crafty things did you all get for Christmas? Oh, sounds like somebody's home. Oh, sounds like my husband and the dog are home. They went for a walk. Hi, honey. Okay.
Want anything?
No, thank you. Yep, going to Staples, and because he got a wildlife camera for Christmas, needs an SD card. So we're gonna put we have a pumpkin. He's gonna stick the pumpkin out in the backyard. Hi, Kenai. And we're going to get to watch who comes to visit the pumpkin. Do you have a nice walk, Kenai? Yeah. Can you hear the tippy-toppy? All right. So there we go. There is my wings label frost flower number or sentiment. Let me get a proper Wings label, frost flower sentiment. All right. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you some more as the week goes by. See you later. Stay safe.